Long time no see, my brilliant, beautiful, and bright blue stars. Welcome back to the Not So Daily, exposing my classmates. There was quite a handful of drama that started in school, so let me tell you guys about it. Okay, let me start with Alan. For context, he used to be in my previous videos from a very long time ago. Because he used to have a crush on me, right? I found out his new crush. So I was chatting with Alan while walking to my next class, which was geography. Then one of Alan's friends, Johan, called him Alan. He ignored them. I then happily walked up to my friend group, but I overheard a little bit of their conversation. A little bit as in the entire conversation. Johan started off with,
"Hey, so I didn't tell Lola that you have a crush on her yet, but I told her a few hints and then she said yep."
Then me and my friends were like, oh poop. Want to know why? Because Lola has a thing for women. She doesn't date men, but by what we could tell, they didn't know that. Also, I'm pretty sure that people have caught up to this one thing that Alan does when he has a crush on a girl. He says hi to them multiple times. Like if he has feelings for you, he'll walk up to you, say hi, and then walk off. Get a load of this guy. And I guess people wouldn't take it seriously due to his height. I'm pretty sure that Alan is 4'11", or in other words, 149 centimeters tall. He usually doesn't get taken seriously due to it. To make matters worse, he has a baby face. And we're in year 9. And you know, I'm not the type of person to judge sometimes. But come on, being short, not dwarfism short, just tiny. And a baby face seems like a crazy combination. School substitutes and kids literally call him adorable and point out his chubby cheeks. In class, Alan kept saying hi to Lola. Lola replied hi in a confused tone. Then the next day, a random boy said to Alan that he's a lucky guy. And then he told Lola that he saw her and Alan holding hands. But then Lola said that wasn't true. But then Tyler says to one of his friends that Lola and Alan are dating. Lola said that he is lying. Let me tell you another scenario. I was walking with Laura and Moon until we reached the school bridge. Moon blows his whistle whilst I make loud sounds with my bottle. We walked past this group of year 11 boys, which Moon and Laura were listening to. One of them said,
"Gang, I defo smashed the middle one."
But wait a minute, isn't this harassment? Too bad these dinguses didn't even realize yet. Another guy said,
"Smashing the middle one? That's wild."
After that, Laura and Moon tell me about it because I was too caught up on making loud sounds, either my bottle. Bruh. And when they had finished telling me what those guys said, I gave them a kind of facial expression. After that, a boy speeds up to Moon, then points at his bag and says,
"Anime."
Then he gives Moon a thumbs up and runs away again. If you're wondering how Moon's bag looks, it's basically a yellow and black bag with a bunch of anime women on it. Yup, you heard that right, anime women. I won't talk about the things he does with it in his basement. Rumors had it they were never to be seen again. Don't actually believe this, I was talking a bunch of trash. Apart from the part that there's anime women on his bag. But you know what isn't trash? That he exposing your classmates' commissions are now reopened. Keep in mind the rules I mentioned in one of my previous videos. And I will close them on May 3rd. No earlier and no later, so good luck. Oh my goodness gracious. Me, Moon, and Laura have not seen Mr. Cupcake in a while because none of us are his students as he only teaches Zero's class. But when we saw him for the first time in ages, we were like, guys, I found Mr. Cupcake.
Oh my giant. Look at that bakery.
That's definitely going on our Hear Me Out cake.
He is the Hear Me Out cake.
For real.
But then he disappeared, never to be seen again. What I'm trying to say is that sometimes you have to let go of things in life, even if it's your favorite piece of cake. Let me tell you another story. When we were walking down the corridor, we decided to do silly faces at the students who were still working than Laura, and I screamed in the corridors and ran to the bridge. While we were stomping on the bridge purposely, I turned around and saw Mr. Sunshine. I gasped. Moon and Laura turned around and saw Mr. Sunshine walking our direction. We got scared because he doesn't like people walking in the corridors and bridge during breaks. So we all ran into the library. When we were in the library, Laura and Moon were hiding, giggling, and not doing a very well job with that.
Make space for me.
When the coast was clear, we left the library and entered the bridge. We saw the year 11 boys there and didn't know their names, so we just went off their looks. The nerd said,
"Is this bridge you guys home or something?"
We ignored him, and then the mustache man put his foot in front of Laura to try and make her trip. Laura realized what he was doing, so she gave him a creepy smile and dodged him. Then Mr. Mustache said,
"Why is she smiling?"
They're so weird.
When we weren't facing them anymore, we began laughing in creepy deep voices to make them uncomfortable. The boys stood in the middle of the bridge, so we had to walk all around the school to get to the western wing for our English class. Laura saw the year 11 boys opening the door for people, so she wanted us to go behind people and sneak through the door. I went up first. As soon as they saw me walking towards the door, they slammed it in my face. Then after that, this ginger giant leaned on the door so I couldn't go through. And Laura said that because I'm the tallest in the group, I should try and fight the ginger guy so they can get through. The thing is, I'm 5'8", and this ginger guy is probably about 6'5". Not to mention, the mustache guy is also about 6 foot tall and built like Terrence from Angry Birds. So I told Laura that I'll do that when LeBron James starts flying. I sprinted towards the door and hit it with my side. The ginger guy tripped over, so then I ran back to my friends. After that, Mr. Mustache was guarding the door instead. I walked up to the door to get the nerd's attention, and I smiled at him. He raised his eyebrows, so then I did this. Luckily, nobody else but him saw me doing it. He gave me a surprise face at me, and my friends had a little laugh and went to class. When I went to my English class, I sat down as I was like a little late. Teapot sits at the front row, and I saw 2 black worms on his back. I told my English partner about it, and she said,
"Should I tell him?"
"If you want to." I still held a grudge on the drama that Teapot started before, so I didn't try calling his name. Nina, my English partner, kept calling Teapot to tell him about the worms. But Teapot thought she was pranking him, so he said, "Yeah, right. I told the boy in front of me, who was friends with Teapot, I'll call him Timothy, about the worms," and then he looked at Teapot's back in complete terror. My English teacher asked what's going on, and we said how there's a worm on Teapot's back. One of the worms fell off. After that, Teapot's partner, Leopard, got the worm off his back with his bare hands. Nina said, "I told you so." Then Teapot said,
"I didn't feel anything on my back, so I thought it was a lie."
Then Leopard puts the worm on the table. The teacher said not to unalive it, but Leopard was already stabbing it with his pen, and then the remains and liquid inside the worm just splattered on the table. The teacher saw it, so she just looked away. Nia also saw the remains of it. I didn't, and I'm glad. Another thing is that we were doing some quizzes during English class. We had to answer with either A, B, C, or D. Danny kept trying to be weird about it, so he kept saying D for each question in a questionable tone. Everyone began giggling, so the teacher eventually caught on. Because of that, we didn't finish it. Hey Blue Stars, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to smash that like button and comment your favorite part of the video. Check out some of my other videos if you haven't watched them already. Peace out, my awesome blue stars. Bye.